Hey, all you YouTubey troopers. Over here at the bee yard doing a little monthly maintenance deal. And I don't know, looks like I got a die out over here. I don't know why. This little single hive here, I was in here a month ago and I had a fresh laying queen. Now I see yellow jackets coming in and out of here. Those little pesky rascals. Yeah. You know, that's why it's a good idea to come in and check your hives out. This one here don't look too hefty either. Let's see, let's take a peek in here real quick. Oh great, we got two die outs. Two die outs, that's not good. I may be getting hammered with yellow jackets over here. So yeah, I might have to make up some more hives, obviously, 'cause I'd like to try to go into fall. We're getting close to September, and I'd like to have 8 of these going. So this is a maintenance thing you guys got to do. Don't let it frustrate you. If you have a die out, this hive over here, it doesn't look good either. It may be toast. I don't know. I know back at base camp, I've got 4 really hot hives over there. This hive here looks like it's doing its thing. So yeah, we'll go in here and see what we got. And I may have to salvage some equipment here. That bee just went in there with pollen on its leg, so that's a nice sign. Let me get camera in holster and see what's happening here. Get the old smoker fired up. What I've done today is brought over some canola oil. I've got a gallon jug with some Dawn detergent, hot water, hot tap water, and I put a squirt of Dawn detergent in there. I got a bucket. Tied my bucket here so it wouldn't fly around the back of the truck when I hit the brakes. Okay. Alright, that is for washing beetle traps. If I got a lot of beetles in these traps, they'll get so overloaded that what happens, they're just stepping on dead bodies and they're not falling into the oil to terminate them. Okay, you want them to drown in that canola oil. So yeah. So we're going to rinse them out. I've got another gallon jug over here with some more water in it, and to rinse them out, we're going to take soapy water and rinse out them beetles that are in there. You know, them beetle blasters are designed as a throwaway trap, but I don't have all that money like Donald Trump has, so I reuse stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's what we do at Steve's Base Camp. So let's get this lazy smoker going here. Come on now. I ran out of my good run over road stuff. You know, I've showed you that before in past videos, that road pine needle. This is just raked up pine needles. And so you got to pump them a little bit more to get them going. And try to walk away from the smoke if you're doing it so you don't choke to death. Once you get a good hot base fire, on the smoker, then you're good for a while. Let's go into, get a hive tool here. Let's go into this die out here, see what's happening. You know, like I said, don't get your pennies in a wad if one dies, because it just happens. That's the way beekeeping is today. And what we have here is a real mess, because this thing died out But what it did is got overrun with hive beetles. Okay, even though I had a trap in here, and look at this trap, it is just slap full of larvae. So here's what we're going to do with this little guy. I'm putting this on the truck and taking this back. First thing I'm going to do is dump this water in here. This is my detergent water. Now you'd be really crying the blues here, guys, if you went out and purchased all this high dollar bee equipment. But I don't buy bee equipment. I make it with cheap free material. Now I'm taking this trap right in here. I'm going to not only do two things. I'm going to kill all these beetles in this trap, all this worm larvae. What happens with these hive beetles if they're not strong enough? And what probably kicked these little girls' heinies was got them weakened. This was a weak hive. All this stuff here is toast. Okay, there's some bees here, but you can see it's all got larvae in. Now if you went out and bought this, they built this. This is all all this stuff here is coming out. Okay, all this mess here is coming out. And what I'll do is take my scrape this off just a little bit. Don't dig it up too much. And you're going to take when I get back to the house, I'm going to take a little propane torch, and I'm cooking all these guys, every one of them. Everybody dies in here. All this, look at all this nice honey that was in here. It's all ruined. Okay. This, like I said, was a weak colony. See, that's what your hive looks like. These are all the bees. If they get overrun too much with hive beetles, and now you see here this webby stuff, this is called wax moth. Okay, this hive, by the way, has got plasticell in it. We're going to discontinue this plasticell. I'm sick of it. Okay, tired of it. A lot of people like it. There's a beetle running right there. That's an adult beetle running around here laying more eggs, making a bigger mess. So yeah, this hive is shut down, but no biggie. What we're gonna do here is take it to the house. I got a propane torch. I'm gonna fire it up. We're gonna cook all the critters out of there and sterilize it. What happens here, get this nasty stuff off me here. What happens here, those bees are very hygienic, okay, and they cannot take the nastiness of those hive beetles. Turns the hive into a nasty mess. We can't have this, okay? I got bees all the way to the top on this colony, so we might have a nice box here. If I can get into it, there's the spot. Oh yeah, we got bees flying here. I better put a little smoke on them. They're really going to get testy. Let's smoke them a little bit. Now, when I'm doing hive inspections, guys, don't go ripping this stuff all apart, okay? All you want to do, my mission today is to check these beetle blasters. Let's see what we got. See, I've got a ton of them in there. Look at them. These are the minis. And then we got the bigger ones. But the minis are fine. And these are considered a throwaway trick. But we don't do that. We do another trick, and here it is. Rinse them out. Get all those beetles out of there. And all you do is just jerk them back and forth, like you see, in this hot, soapy water. So you're taking them out, and then you're going to come over here into this one. See, there's the big size, and this size. This is fine. You put a pair of these in, it's fine. That's all you need. Okay? A little cheaper. So, we're doing this. Just fresh water in here. Now I've taken all the beetles out. See, when you sit and jerk them back and forth, look at there, all those beetles are out of there. I had them beetles are all the way up to here, drowned in that oil. All right, so get in here and get that. Now you got your soapy water out. Look at there, clean trap. Shake it out. Grab your canola oil, olive oil, does not matter. And put just a little bit in there, about 1/4 of an inch is all you need. Just like that. See that amount of oil? That's all you need. Don't need no more than that. All right, back over here. Stick this one in here. See what's over in this one. Basically the same scenario. Again, over here. Clean them out. Piece of cake. Okay? Rinse them off. Shake them off. Reload it with oil. All you need in there. Just a little dash. Stuff goes a long way. Alright? Put this back in here. Now, what else are we doing in the bee yard today? We're going to make sure we're queen right. And like I said, don't be ripping this stuff apart. Just peek in here. Get a couple frames out. You want to make sure of two things. You want to make sure you have food in here. Stored honey. Make sure you have stored honey. And make sure you have a laying queen. And right here, the first frame I pulled out, it's got honey. I see I'm seeing eggs in here. Got to look hard. But you see the brood, a lot of bees. I don't think they're overly fat here with surplus. So that's a nice queen. That queen is laying good. That's my homemade free queen. Now don't get too crazy on these homemade frames. Turning them like this, you'll see it's trying to walk out. These girls did not glue this good here. And and along the bottom, normally they get spacing here because they like the space. They'll figure it out. How much space they want. See, they cut a window here. They cut a little window there. That's what they wanted to do. All right. So when you handle them like this, pretty much, and up and down. This is a good laying queen. I mean, this girl is pumping out eggs. So, yeah. I don't think this thing is overly loaded. So, look, all I did was pull out these two frames. This is a healthy hive. It's working fine. Don't go ripping this thing apart and putting your eyeball on the queen. You know you have a queen. You've seen the eggs. You've seen the brood. But they're lacking a little bit of food. We're in a drought. We're in a little bit of a drought of a nectar time right now. Okay. See, I just took the top partial thing off. These bees, by the way, guys, love my beefy beehives. Why? Have you ever seen a wild hive in somebody's house? I mean, a wall. They tear these walls apart. Bees like to get inside of walls and they like to build straight up. Look what I got here. I got like a wall space here. They love this scenario. They fill these out fast. These medium hive, these frames, they fill them out quick. Okay, so that's that little trick there. Let's get a lid back on this guy and throw a feeder jar on them. Now, September 15 in Florida, just like clockwork. Brazilian pepper happens. Excellent crop, guys. Excellent. Oh my God, it tastes good. I like the taste of the honey too. It's great. Yeah. But state of Florida doesn't like it. Now this Brazilian pepper, from what I understand, of course I wasn't around, believe it or not. I know you guys think it's hard to believe, but I wasn't around in the 1800s. But they claim that it came in the 1800s. And guess what they're doing now, the state of Florida is doing now? Along with the Metalluca, which is what I call us whole Florida cracker beekeeper, we call it punk. We call it punk. And it's a white paper bark deal. If you look it up online, Metalluca. Yeah, that is down. I used to travel clear to Naples with my bees. I had like 250 colonies, and I would travel all the way to Naples at the very end, and I would finish up there, and I'd start pulling bees out right around February. I'd get them out of there and back over on the ridge over there east of Brandon and put them on the ridge on orange blossom. But that whole crop is failing now from what I hear. I haven't done that in years. I'm just a hobbyist now. Yeah. So anyway, this Brazilian pepper is coming up. You can set your watch by it September 15th. Boom, it'll pop. You have a whole month of that coming in. You can make 100 pounds per colony on that product, on that plant. Brazilian pepper. They call it Florida holly and all that. But yeah. Good crop. You guys can make some good. It's only about 2 cents less than table grade orange blossom honey. It's only like 2 cents cheaper. Yeah, so you can make a buck with that. You have to find spots though. Don't be crowding other beekeepers. I tell you, it's like trappers. You go in and start crowding another trapper, you know, that he's been on a line for a long time, and you go in on him. Yeah, he's not going to be happy to see you at all. And if he catches you in there and you got fur and stuff, just tell him you're stupid, you don't know what's going on, and then you will you just tell him you're totally stupid and you didn't know he was there. And then if he catches you with, you know, a bunch of critters in your hand like there. See these? There's some beetles running around in here. They're a real pain, I'll tell you what, guys. This is a maintenance thing you have to stay on. But this colony looks like it's fine. It's kind of laid back too. I like to smashing these things when I pick them up. They're crawling around down in here, and here. They're just something that gets in. It's a maintenance issue. That's why you got to stay on it. And this time of year they're bad. That's why, you know, August and all. The heat of the summer, they are a pain. Okay. Yeah, don't be moving in on other beekeepers. They're able to poison all your colonies for you. You worked hard to put this stuff together. If you're in on a spot, try to get permission if you can. A lot of spots. Look at these beetles. I hit it with a little smoke and man, they're boiling out of here. Just smash them boogers. If you can, they run pretty fast. So there's another one loaded. So try to get permission if you can. I know years ago, it was funny, I was right there in Tampa. I had a bee location, and I started up by the highway, and then here come the bulldozer. But I always put my name and phone number on a sign right by my bees, in case somebody comes in and says, hey, what's going on? What are you doing here? Because I call them my non-permission spots. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Well, I was up by the highway and just open land basically, and then here come the bulldozers. Yeah, want to do subdivisions and shopping centers, and yeah, this little hive here is kind of weak. I thought it'd be pumped up more, and it would be pumped up more if I had a lot of nectar source coming in here. Actually, this colony right here, guys, there's a little wet nectar here, but this colony is about to starve out. There is an old queen cell right there that hatched. And if I get in the sunlight here and look down in to see if this girl is laying. She is laying in here. So I don't need to rip this colony out anymore, but what I do have to do is feed it. This colony will get pumped up. This colony will definitely get pumped up in September when that flow starts. But you could have a colony die on you 2 days before that flow starts. Then you're out of business. You're done. Yeah. You're all done. So I'm going to put this on. It's basically empty. They have not hit this at all. I was hoping there'd be some local nectar here, but it's a dry area. And so we're going to feed. Gotta feed them. Yeah, so back to my story. Yeah, I was up by the highway, and here come the bulldozers. Chase me out of there. They said, "Yeah, you got to move these bees. We got a shopping center going in." I said, "Okay." So I just went north. Started going north. Went further down, and found another spot. Turn around, phone's ringing. Hey, I was in there a month or so. Here come the bulldozers. They're tearing this place down. So I said, okay. So I went north, headed north. Loaded up all my bees, got out of there, went north. Then I get another phone call. I was in there for like 2 years in that last spot. I come to find out a church owned it. Speculation property or whatever. And they were going to build a church in there, I guess. And didn't have the jingles to do it, but they had the property. So I just moved in there. And next thing I know, phones, after 2 years, I'm making tons of honey in there. It was a good Brazilian pepper area. That's why I was in there in the first place. And phone rings. This is the county department. Yes. Got to get these bees out of here. I said, what's the problem? We got a water park going in for the kids, and you're within 1,000 feet of this water park, and this ain't happening. I said, okay. I said, there's a preserve just to the north of where I'm at, and there's a padlock on it, and I want a key to that padlock. Let me get a hold of somebody here. So this dude gets a hold of this person, and I get this guy on the phone. He's a biologist, okay? This dude's a biologist. And I told him, I said, I need a key to that preserve. There's thousands of acres out there. I don't know, there's like 3,000 acres out there, guys. There's nothing out there. There's a place, they call it Swift Mud, okay? Swift Mud. Southwest Florida Water Management or something like that, right? So, this guy's a biologist. He said, that is, sir, no, that's not going to happen. I said, oh, why not? He said, because we don't allow anybody in there. I said, well, isn't that taxpayer land out there, you know? And he said, oh, this is a nice queen here, guys. Little food, not too much though. So this hive right here is queen right. And yeah, I wish I had a nook here. I don't have a nook here. I'd rob out of her because I like her, and but what I'm gonna have to do is make up a hive if I can over at my other yard of bees over there. But anyway, this joker says, I said, well, why can't I get in there? And he said, because, well, you beekeepers. Now this guy headed out for beekeepers of all things. You know, I don't think mankind's going to last too long on this planet without beekeepers, right? So this clown, this young little whippersnapper out of college, your bees, this is what this guy said, your bees are competing with the wild honeybees. I said, listen, bro, these bees came in from last time I checked, way back, I think it was the 1500s. The Spaniards brought them in here. The old Indians used to call them white man's flies. The old Indians, they couldn't believe it when they saw this white man shenanigans going on. So I kind of feel for the Indians a little bit anyway, 'cause I got a little smidge of Indian blood in me, Plains Indian, by the way. But anyway, yeah, this clown tells me, oh, your bees are competing. I said, listen, let me tell you something, bro. We beekeepers are getting scarcer and scarcer. We're getting as scarce as Florida panthers, okay? We're like on the endangered list. And I want in that spot. I just flat told him. I said, I want in that spot. You're not getting in that spot. Just like it, real cocky, like, you know? Real cocky, you know? These government cocky people kind of torque my shorts a little bit, you know? And he says, you're not getting in there. I said, I'll tell you what. Now he's pissed off the beekeeper, see? I said, listen, I got bolt cutters. I'm cutting that lock down there. And I'm going in. He said, you're going to be in real big trouble. I'll tell you what. You don't want to piss off this beekeeper? I'll tell you what, bro. You're going to have to bring an army in there to get me out. Now, I was just kind of joking with him, but, you know, I wouldn't have gone in and cut no locks. Yeah, Steve-O don't need to be in jail. No. But, yeah, I just thought he was torquing my shorts, and I said, well, I'm going to just torque his shorts. I've had enough of this. You know what, guys? I had to get out of there. I had to leave. They ran me out of Dodge. So that's the kind of stuff you got to watch out for. We beekeepers, you know, we do a little stuff that, you know, sometimes commercial guys will slip into areas, but it's, you know, you're rolling the dice when you do that. And if you really tick somebody off, the state, what they'll do is come in. If you don't get your butt out of an area, and they tell you to get out, that's why you want that phone number on a sign. They will bring in the forklifts. Boy, that cap's on there. They will bring in the forklifts, guys, and take your bees out and throw them in jail. Now the state owns them. You don't own them no more. So yeah, be careful. Be careful with that. And just try to work with them, you know. These, get this. This Swift Mud Company, I called them up. They had some other spots. They had land all over the place. In some areas, they would allow beekeepers to come in. Now, why they didn't want me in this one area, I don't have a clue. But obviously, there was some government shenanigans in there, whatever. They did not want me to see. So they just keep everybody out. And yeah, they don't even allow hunters in there. I said, you know, you should have at least bow hunters in on a minimum, and you darn sure you need to have beekeepers in there. And that guy was just so ornery about the whole situation that I said, oh, the heck with it. And I pulled out. But I didn't want to pull out. I just didn't want to hang up the phone until I thoroughly pissed this guy off, because I didn't think it was right. I told him, I said, man, I'm one of the oldest beekeepers. I'm one of the oldest beekeepers around. I'm one of the old timers, and you guys are throwing me under the bus like this? Man. They didn't care. You're going under the bus, Steve-O. Okay, guys, that's enough of my ratchet jaw. Back to 3 hives here. These girls are cooking. Got them fed. I'm going to keep on them. I'm going to get over here about every 4 days and top these jars out. I'm going to keep the girls going, pump them up. We're going to pump these girls up. And yep, I'm going to get back to the house. I've got 4 colonies over there at base camp. We're going to do those. You won't see that on this flick because I've got a lot of more irons in the fire. I've got to rock and roll. I ain't got time to BS and chew gum and walk at the same time. So I got to get over, knock those out, and then go on to the next project. I got a lot of projects. So thanks for stopping in to my old base camp, and I hope you guys get into beekeeping. It's an enjoyable thing to do, and we need more beekeepers, regardless of what the state of Florida thinks. We don't really care what they think. We beekeepers got to keep on going and do our thing. And hey, be happy, guys. I'll catch you on the next show. Bye-bye.